Hi everybody, I hope everyone's doing well, manifesting awesome things, basking in abundance, just feeling as amazing as you possibly can. Today I wanted to take a quick second just to talk about in relationships and when it comes to dealing with other people, whether they're strangers or whether they're people that you're close to, whether it's your parent, your sibling, your wife, your husband, your child, doesn't matter. But in relationships, sometimes we push each other's buttons, and sometimes it's an accident and sometimes it's on purpose. But when that happens, when you find that someone is, really irritating you, or maybe you're really irritating somebody else, it's not intentional. It's not something that people are generally setting out to do. And when this happens, we get really triggered, we get offended, we get upset, we get angry, and we start to fly off the handle. So when you notice that maybe someone has really rubbed you the wrong way, don't take some crazy offense to it, because it probably has nothing to do with you. They may be saying something or getting upset about something because of something else that's happening in their life. And you may be getting upset or offended by somebody saying something because of something else happening in your life. A lot of times we'll get irritated by very small things that people do because of bigger problems that we have going on in our lives. And this isn't always the case, but a lot of the times there's little things that people do that we let bug us so much because we have bigger things that we really can't control bothering us. So when this happens, when you find yourself getting that antsy, angry, resistance, triggered feeling of being angry or of being, rubbed the wrong way, see what's coming up for you. See if it's triggering a belief inside of you. See if it's pulling something to the surface that maybe you need to pay attention to. It could be that you feel like you don't have enough control in your life. That could be a belief that you have, that you feel like you don't have control. It could be a belief that you don't have enough time in your life. But these people are not bringing these things up to make you upset. These are things that are just happening, and they're happening because you're a vibrational match to it. And these things that come up that bother us, we usually should look at them, or not usually, we should always look at them. Look at them, face them, see what's coming up for you, and see what you need to start working through. It can be a process. It's not the easiest thing to do all the time, but when you get used to moving through this process and seeing what's coming up for you and being willing to move through it, the next time this happens, it's not gonna bother you anymore. So when it comes to people, whether they're strangers, whether they're people you love, whether they're people you know, it doesn't matter, but don't fault someone for just, being kind of a mirror to what you have going on inside of you. And remember that we are going to have certain circumstances come up because it's what's going on within us. And when it goes on within you for a long period of time, it's going to reflect out into your reality and start coming back to you. So you want to make sure that you're being mindful of what's coming up so you can move through it. So don't fault these people for being themselves or, doing whatever. And when you do find in a circumstance, particularly with somebody you don't know, who maybe you have a lot of resistance coming up towards them, just remember that it's a circumstance that's happening because it needs to happen. There's something for you to grow through, or there's something for you to learn, or there's something for you to know, or there's something that you're an energetic match to that you maybe need to face. This is something that I've had come up a few times, so I figured it was something worth talking about. I have a few people who have really, and through no fault of their own, they're just being, who they are as people, and that's fine, valid, okay, more than allowed by source and by whatever. And I have a lot of resistance towards the situations because it's bringing up beliefs in me that I don't have enough time, or I don't have control, or I'm not getting respect. But that's on me. And that's something that I have to work through, and being more mindful of these, triggers that are coming up is going to help me move through it better. So hopefully this makes sense to you guys. Hopefully it makes you feel a little bit better, a little bit more in control, and just remember that we're all out here trying to do what we can, and we're all out here trying to learn what we can and excel and level up and being a little more understanding of what's happening in your life and not trying to blame other people for everything wrong can actually help you start to gain that control that you want to have. And then when other people start to blame you for things, just don't pay attention to it. They have their own things going on. You can't make someone learn a lesson they're not ready to learn. And sometimes they have to repeat patterns over and over and over again until they truly understand what's going on. And that's fine and that's allowed. Let them do that. Let their process be their process. Let their journey be their journey. And it can be hard to do that because we want to help people and we want to, you might see their lesson right in front of you and you may have seen it for a while, like for friends or for family, but they might not be ready to see it yet. So let everybody, get to their lesson in their own time and move through what they're moving through in their own time, and just be gentle, as gentle as you can. Try not to push against that circumstance and blame people. And again, when people start blaming you, just let it go because it has nothing to do with you. It probably has something to do with them or a bigger problem in their life. I love you guys. I hope this makes you feel empowered, inspired, and I hope that you can move through these situations a little swifter, a little better, with a little more control if you've been going through them, because I said, I know I have. And let me know what you're manifesting. Let me know what you are creating for yourself, because I love hearing about it. And if you have other topics you would like me to cover, please let me know, because you guys give me the best ideas, absolutely, every single time. I love you guys. Love and light.